So you've read the title. Toonami is celebrating their 25th anniversary on television, which is pretty monumental for a very small cartoon block that aired in the late 90s on Cartoon Network for a very niche audience. And I guess you could say even taking a risk by even showing anime to Westerners to that degree. And they have survived 25 years. So today is the 25th anniversary of Toonami. As a, I guess you could say, gift or memento or anniversary present, I'm going to be re-uploading the original Toonami video I did 3 years ago. It was basically my retrospective on Toonami, and it will be aired right after I'm done talking about it. I just wanted to preface the whole re-upload by saying how much of an impact Toonami has had on me as an individual. And I'm pretty sure I speak for a lot of 90s babies and early 2000s kids who were exposed to anime for the first time, whether you're a weeaboo now or a person who has fond memories of Toonami but have grown out of the culture. You can't disagree with me that there wasn't a profound impact with Toonami in the early years of our lives. If you were watching TV at that time, which, let's face it, most of us were, Toonami just being one of the biggest parts of our childhood life. It's my job to kind of bring back that nostalgia. If you guys are familiar with my channel, you know exactly what I do here all the time. I'm always talking about nostalgia, and I feel like we cash in really well on that here. It's always good to think about the past, especially when good parts from the past, especially when you're dealing with stuff in the current, you know what I mean? It's nice to reminisce on good times past. That being said, I'm just thrilled that Toonami was able to last this long, and it's super cool to see a new generation following suit and how we did when we were kids. Of course, nowadays it's a little bit easier to get into anime. If you want to know what I'm talking about, check out this video here I did on getting bullied for liking anime back then. It's kind of a passion project. Well, not really a project, but speaking from the heart, I guess you could say. And I even interviewed my girlfriend Wolf. She has a few cool takes on it as well. Was to get bullied and stuff like that, unfortunately, when we were younger and before anime was as mainstream as it was. But Toonami acted as the vessel for us to get our fix, if you will. Nowadays you have streaming services left and right, and kids have it relatively easy. They can just use mommy and daddy's credit card, or even use the ad version of whatever they want on Funimation, Crunchyroll, what have you, or even go to those explicit websites that don't require that to illegally upload stuff. To find all that. Back in the the early days, we didn't really have any of that. It wasn't until the mid to late 2000s where those sites started popping up. Before, it was uploading an episode on YouTube in parts, so it would be Dragon Ball Z episode 121 part 1 of 8. And then you'd have to watch all parts in separate videos. It's a crazy time, man. But I digress. 25 years Toonami has played a part in our lives. They took a time off, and then they came back in a resurgence. I believe it was 2014. I know I speak about all that in the video that I'm going to be re-uploading. That was a long time ago, and it feels surreal now to say 25 years. Myself, I'm 29. I'm going to be 30 in next January, so I just turned 29. So it was in 1997 that Toonami aired, and I started watching it, I want to say 1999, 1998, so I was 2 years late to the party, but I've been rocking with Tom ever since then. And yeah, I'm just going to stop talking now. I could reminisce about Toonami all day, but I just want you guys to watch this video. It was a bigger project at the time, so I'm sorry for any audio that you might hear that sounds weird, or if I'm sounding like I'm fumbling over my words in the recording. It was about 3 years ago before I learned to really mix well, and even now I'm still not the greatest person when it comes to mixing audio and stuff, but I think I've gotten a little bit better. So excuse the quality and stuff like that. It was a different time here on the Terrell's Corpse. It was 3 years ago. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoy. Long live Toonami, long live Tom, and happy 25th anniversary.
the right to dream. There are endless possibilities stretched out before him.
You have to trust in your own power.
Whatever happens from now on, you stand firm and face your destiny without fear, but with courage.
What awaits him down the path, he will then have to choose.
No one's gonna give you a map. You've got to walk your own path.
The children leave their homes in search of this quest.
What is thy desire?
As they search, they are always asking questions. What's out there? What's waiting for me?
Why was I made? Who made me? And what did they make me for?
Are you gonna go up into space with your old man or not? Maybe I'll never get over this. I've lived my life following my dreams, and I don't have any regrets.
You're gonna just keep running away?
Just keep running away? I'm not running.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Believe in yourself and create your own destiny. Don't fear failure.
It's what started many of us on anime in the first place. It was there after school, and it gave us a break from the normal American cartoon lineup. It revolutionized the genre of anime, and gave inspiration to millions of kids around the world. It taught us to never give up, and to never run away. In the years that it was broadcast, it gave us an escape to space, with nothing but our newfound love. This is Toonami. Toonami initially ran as an afternoon and evening block on Cartoon Network. It was aimed at teenagers from 12 to 15, and it ran from 1997 until 2008. In its original run, the block was known for showcasing action anime that became widely popular with American audiences. It was also recognized for its distinctive space-themed backdrop, anime music videos, drum and bass flavored soundtrack, and a host named Tom, short for Toonami Operations Module. It was Cartoon Network's primary action animation block. The block premiered on March 17th of 1997. It initially replaced Power Zone, Cartoon Network's most recent incarnation of the Super Adventures block, which had been a staple on the network since October 1st of '92. Toonami was originally a weekday afternoon cartoon and action block hosted by Space Ghost villain Moltar at the Ghost Planet Industries building from '97 until '99. This is around the time I remember starting to watch Toonami. I remember seeing this really big ghost looking robot thing, and he had this really weird voice. And every time I would come home from school, I was maybe 6 or 7, I would see this on TV and it would kind of scare me, but not really. So I would keep watching it. Everything in the 90s just had this weird haze to it. And if you look back on it now, it's just this kind of creepy almost, but at the same time it's very nostalgic. Once the cartoons and anime started playing, I really didn't mind what was going on with Moltar. However, everything changed on Saturday of July 10th, 1999. Cartoon Network relaunched Toonami with a new environment, the Ghost Planet Spaceship Absolution, and a new host named Tom, which introduced viewers to him with his speech. And I quote, "So it's a brand new Toonami, but the mission objectives remain the same. My name is Tom. I'm the new Moltar. Welcome aboard the Ghost Planet Spaceship Absolution, Cartoon Network's first and only interstellar broadcast and exploration vehicle. I'll give you the tour later. From this day forward, she's completely responsible for all Toonami transmissions. I'm taking you guys into the new millennium. No big changes now. Same show, same attitude. New place to do it. New guy to do it with. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get back into it. Later." Also introduced that day was the Midnight Run, a late night block. It was originally a 5-hour Saturday night block,
technically into Sunday morning, until March of 2000 when it moved to weeknights in an hour-long format. The block consisted of some of the greatest animes such as Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Voltron, Robotech, Mobile Suit Gundam, and Outlaw Star. The midnight run tended to have a bit more blood and violence than its daytime counterpart, at one point even running an uncut version of Gundam Wing. Now if you guys are anything like me and had the same kind of childhood, this is the stuff you grew up on. The real gritty stuff, you know? Not to say that the new anime today isn't gritty or good in its own right, but there's always going to be something special about what you grew up with, obviously due to nostalgic bias. Nonetheless, this stuff was gritty, great, and presented something that we weren't used to. This wasn't your SpongeBob episode, or your Courage the Cowardly Dog, or Ed, Edd and Eddy, Johnny Bravo, Powerpuff Girls. It wasn't anything like that. It was something completely different, something that we weren't used to. Seeing all that blood and violence just kind of made you get hype. I kind of know that was the premise of the 90s, just to be hype, just to show you guys to never give up. I get it. It was really edgy. It was before being edgy was like memed to shit and frowned upon. At one point, I guess you could say it was kind of cool to be edgy. That's essentially what Toonami was, even though I don't like to admit it.
The warriors have assembled. The lines have been drawn. The stakes are incalculable. The rewards unbelievable.
This could be your last chance for freedom and power.
This fight is all or nothing. It's showtime! Every weekday at 5, Cartoon Network is building you a better cartoon show. The finest action cartoons all assembled in one place.
Time to crash the party.
Die, planet, die! You crazy little fool! You're gonna get yourself killed!
I will destroy him. Use any means necessary.
We won't be intimidated by criminal threats.
We call this Toonami. Tougher than the best. Stronger than the rest. Weekdays 5 to 7 and midnight to 1 a.m. Only on Cartoon Network. Accept no substitutes.
But it wasn't always just gritty anime. Infrequently, Toonami had aired reviews of video games. These reviews delivered by Tom and sometimes his AI, Sarah. They were relatively short and they aired during commercial breaks. The review scores games on a 1 through 10 system, 10 signifying an excellent game and 1 signifying a very poor game. I personally remember seeing a few of these games for PS2. I don't remember them by name, but I did remember that whatever Tom said was pretty much the way to go. I felt like he kind of knew everything about video games simply because he was like this outer space robot who had infinite access to Earth and all this crazy stuff. Well, at least that's what I thought in my young mind. Obviously now I know it was just somebody behind the scenes who played the game and was giving it a review. But they dressed it up really nicely, especially for a young teenager like myself who saw that, and even kids could definitely say, wow, maybe I should go pick this game up. It was something really cool that they thought of doing, and it appealed even harder to the audience that they were aiming for. We all know how good PlayStation 2 sold, so could you just imagine mixing the PlayStation 2 formula with the Toonami formula? Recipe for success. Toonami continued throughout the years from 1997 all the way until 2008, through countless revisions, sponsored promotions, video game reviews, total immersion events, and tie-in comics, including online video services such as Toonami Reactor, Toonami Jetstream, and even Toonami Preflight. All of these things came to an end in 2008, where the final episode of Toonami would air. It was a very sad day. A very sad day for all of us who enjoyed watching those anime shows back in the 90s, early 2000s. We went on this space exploration journey with Tom. It was almost like he was showing us all of these different animes that we've never even heard of, this different type of cartoon that we weren't used to. And for it to finally come to an end, for everything to come full circle, for him to finally make it back to his home planet. It was bittersweet. I remember watching the final episode. It was very sad. Just as we grew up, Tom grew up too. He went through multiple different revisions, changing his appearance. And it was like we grew up side by side. We watched each other change. And at the very end of Toonami's final airing, Tom version 4 ended the block with a brief monologue, backed with the beautiful song Cascade by Taiko. And I'm going to play the clip for you now.
Well, this is the end, beautiful friends. After more than 11 years, this is Toonami's final broadcast. It's been a lot of fun, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you who've made this journey with us. Toonami wouldn't have been anything without you. Hopefully, we've left you with some good memories. So, until we meet again, stay gold. Bang.
Gosh, every time I see that and hear that music and just watch it, I get emotional. Like, I know it's just a cartoon and everything, but it's just, it resonates so home, you know, so close to home. It's like, we really did go on like this journey together, and it was crazy. But as bittersweet as that ending was, Toonami would come back. We weren't finished with our space exploration just yet. On April 1st, 2012, Adult Swim aired the Toonami block for their annual April Fool's Day prank. After airing that week's scheduled episode of Bleach, the Toonami-related programming continued throughout the night, featuring shows such as Dragon Ball Z, Mobile Suit Gundam, Tenchi Muyo, Outlaw Star, and Yu Yu Hakusho. The following day, Adult Swim posted a message to their Twitter page simply stating, "Want it back? Let us know. #BringBackToonami." And on April 4th, Adult Swim followed up with this tweet with one stating, #BringBackToonami. We've heard you. Thank you for your passion and interest. Stay tuned. A few days later, Adult Swim aired 2 bumpers about the Toonami tweets and answered with, "We're listening, and we're looking into it." I remember this going around Facebook and Twitter at the time. This was like a few years back. I was incredibly excited to see this come back. It was something so deeply resonated within my personal being. I was incredibly excited to see it come back. And we finally got Toonami once again. On May 16th, Adult Swim posted a message on a video on Facebook announcing that Toonami would return on May 26th. The network issued a press release later that day confirming the block's revival as a Saturday late-night action block. Toonami made its return on May 26th, with an initial lineup consisting of current Adult Swim action programs, along with the premieres of Dead Man Wonderland and Casern Sins.
Toonami is bigger, better, and hotter than ever.
A new chapter begins.
I'm about to turn out all your lights!
Go time.
Dragon Ball Super powers up at 10:30.
Then DBZ Kai drops its attack at 11.
My Hero Academia punches in at 11:30.
Go beyond!
Fooly Cooly Progressive premieres at midnight.
Worst case scenario, you could die. JoJo battles Dio at 12:30.
Look at me when I kill you!
Hunter x Hunter fights back at 1.
Yes!
Black Clover works magic at 1:30.
I'll give you pay!
Shippuden goes fox wild at 2.
Feel it in your soul!
Space Dandy warps in at 2:30.
No one shakes a booty like yours truly.
Cowboy Bebop jams at 3.
And Lupin steals the show at 3:30.
Let us toast them.
Toonami, next Saturday night from 10:30 to 4.
You have a good day.
This is what we wanted. Toonami and Adult Swim heard us, and they were back. They're currently still broadcasting too. And on September 29th, Toonami will expand to 7 full hours from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m., with Boruto as the marquee addition. It feels good to go back on this ride. It feels good to be with Tom again, on the spaceship Absolution. And it really makes me happy that kids nowadays can experience what we did back in the day. The late night block, the midnight run. It's awesome. And it's glad to see that Toonami is not going anywhere. Hopefully. Maybe kids will have the same sense of wonder we did when we watched it growing up. The same sense of exploration, the never give up attitude. Pursue your dreams. Toonami was something, and is still something, that is tremendous in the hearts of millennials, I guess you could say. I had a lot of fun making this review, and it was cool to visit this all back again and see the facts. I watch Toonami regularly, so yeah. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this small video. Well, I guess I was not really small, but yeah, you know what I mean. Anyways, as a quick side note, if there's anyone here who would like to learn how to edit videos just like this on a phone, let me know in the comment section down below. This entire video was edited and narrated on a Samsung Galaxy S8, nothing else. If you guys have interest in learning how to edit, comment down below, hit that subscribe button, and hit the like button to let me know you do. Or if you just want to kick around anyways and chill here at the Taros Corps, that's cool too. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Until then, stay gold. Bang.